about starting a podcast. So I work with Dog Mountain Sea Lab. I have a great number of PhDs that do great scientific research. And I would like to start something to kind of like an educational science type thing. So what are some steps to kind of breaking into that side of it?
So, the beautiful thing, we actually put out a video today about how the barrier of entry for social media is much lower than it would have been 10 years ago to buy an ad on WKRG. I can record a video on my YouTube channel right now, upload it to YouTube, and all of a sudden I'm famous, possibly. The one facet of social media that has a little bit higher of a barrier of entry is podcasting. So there's a couple of resources. We use Johnny Benn, who is Stacy's husband. He edits and does everything on our podcast on the back end. There's an app called Anchor. It's a social media, essentially, that anybody can hit record, download, upload, you're done. My biggest piece of advice would be not to overthink it, just to start. Start recording, it doesn't matter. And here's the thing, the content has to be good. And you can worry about how good it sounds, your intro, your outro, that kind of thing, the format. But if the content's not good, it's not going to work. Now, that being said, one of the great benefits of our podcast is because of Johnny, it sounds amazing. And what that does for us is if we have an episode that maybe doesn't work that well, people still listen because it's easy to listen to. There's a very popular business speaker that gets paid $50,000 a speech whose podcast sounds terrible. And it's good content, but you can't listen to it. So you kind of have to find the balance of those two. But I would just say start, find your subject, start. Number one tip, keep it short. Our podcast is way too long, but about the time we realized we needed to shorten it, it started taking off. And we're like, we're not gonna, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, keep it short, keep it sweet. What happens is everybody gets on that microphone, they start, like I'm doing right now, they start like that, and they won't shut up. That's what happens. So keep it short, keep it sweet. Here's the thing, you can go niche, and I think niche is the way to go without being niche. And what I mean by that is we're an insurance podcast. It doesn't get any more niche than that. But yet there's 200,000 insurance agents in the country. So that's still a very big sample size to pull from. And what I would do, the number one thing I would do after starting, you need to interview other people. You need to target people who have a following. We interviewed some people in our early days as they had a following. Johnny calls that coattailing. You're coattailing off of them. The second thing I would do is I would find people I wanted to connect with in your industry. People that you would like to get to know. You do it that way. Then what happens is they start reaching out to you. So kind of from a structural standpoint, I would keep it short, and I would absolutely bring on other people to help. Equipment, so we use those, what are those mics called, Stacey? Shure, they're the black Shure mics that everybody's seen. They're about $400 each. We use a Audacity is what we record, because that's the actual platform that we record on. And we host it on Libsyn. Did I say that right? Libsyn. I highly recommend using Libsyn because Libsyn is the only platform that Apple trusts 100% and will never ask you to go back and re-verify. If you're on Libsyn, am I wrong? If you're on Libsyn, as long as Libsyn says you're okay, Apple's not going to take you down. So as far as equipment goes, that being said, you don't need all that. I mean, it's awesome to have it, but you can just start with your phone. And then what happens is it grows with you.